Hey everybody, what's going on? So today the video I'm going to talk to you about is actually not an easy subject for a lot of people, and it's about love and relationships and those types of dynamics. I've had crushes. Obviously everyone has their crushes. Everyone has, people that they fascinate about, people that they, want to be in a relationship with but can't. My dynamic was obviously a little different. It happened, I would say, it happened probably a year ago. It happened. Happened probably a year ago. In my college, we have this International Honor Society, which, we do things because of our grades in college. We get into this honor society. We give back to the college. We do volunteer work. We do different, group bonding activities, stuff like that. And I made some really great friends in that honor society. I'm still friends with them. I love all of my people. Shout out Alpha Sigma Zeta for Phi Theta Kappa. It sounds like a sorority or fraternity, but it's not. It's because we're smart. But in that group, we all bonded, we all became, amazing friends. We had amazing experiences together. There was this one woman, not even girl, woman, because the college I went to there was people of all different ages there. And this woman was 30 years old. She was going back to college, doing whatever, life stuff. And I'm not going to say any names, but, it was very interesting because at the time I was 21, she was 30, and out of our 12, 13 person friend group, she bonded to me the closest, and it was very strange for me because, I did have a crush on her, and I didn't know how she felt. We were very close friends. I didn't want to do anything. She kept talking about, guys and relationships, past relationships, but I had all my friends who were behind me and supporting me and, telling me, maybe you should just tell her, maybe you should just give up on it, maybe you should, and I couldn't. We were so closely bonded that it was hard for me to either say, what, forget this and move on, or, maybe I should try and just ask. I never did either one of those, and, it got, even worse. It got worse and worse, I will say, because we were so close that when she got into arguments with other people in the friend group, I obviously was her defense. I went right to her support, and it broke up me and my other friends a little bit because I was supporting her, which kind of meant to them that I was not supporting them. I was not with them. I was not on their side, which was not true. I was just trying to keep the peace for everyone. I was trying to play the middle ground here, trying to be the voice of reason, and it just was not working. And, it just sucked because I was right in the middle and so closely attached to her and so closely attached to my other friends that it hurt when this group fell apart. And, I slowly bonded again with everyone else in the group away from her. And my friendships with them are all great. They're all fantastic. I love all my friends. But with her, it got worse and worse. I would go over to her apartment, weekly, go over to her apartment, hang out. We would watch movies. We would go to dinner together. We would go to movies together. We would, hang out all the time. And when we weren't hanging out, we were on the phone texting all the time, from morning until night. We were also on the phone. Not like FaceTime or anything like that, but we were on the phone, talking on the phone for 6, 7, 8 hours a day. And it got to an extreme point that, if I said something and she didn't agree with it, it started an argument. And it just was not, I was walking on eggshells, pretty much. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible situation to be in for anyone, let alone a 21 going on 22-year-old. It was awful dynamic. And, I had friends at that point saying, just let it go, move on. And I sat there and I went, but you don't know her like I do. You don't know the dynamic like I know the dynamic. You're not involved like I'm involved. And it got very hard to, see what they were talking about until the breaking point where something happened in our friend group and she got very angry at me, very upset with me, went after my family, went after me, went after my character, went after everything, and finally it was the breaking point where, like, we can't be friends, we can't talk, we can't do any of this. And I have not talked to her since. It's been like 4 or 5 months. I have not talked to her. I have not seen her, anything like that. And I feel good, but at the same time, it still hurts because I'm still in love with her. It's that bad dynamic that, you were friends with someone for so long, you had developed feelings for them, you didn't want to say anything because you didn't want to ruin the friendship, and the friendship ruined itself anyway, and it broke something in me. And I think a lot of people can relate to that because you have those feelings for people, you have those relationships with people that, some relationships turn out really, really good, some relationships turn out really, really bad, and then there's the ones in the middle where it's like, yes, they go this way, they go that way. If they fizzle out, they fizzle out. But for me, it was because I cut ties with her as a friend, I lost that comfort and that support in that person that I had very big feelings for. And it got to me, and it still gets to me, and I still have friends that are like, move on, it's been months, move on. But they don't understand because they might not have had feelings for someone like that before. They might not have had that strong relationship with someone like that before. Whereas it's not easy to move on. It's not easy to get over someone like that. It's not easy to lose your comfort in a person or lose, part of yourself because you've invested so much of yourself into that person that it's hard to rebuild and restructure your life because of a person that all of a sudden was there for you every single day, all day, whenever you needed them, whenever they needed you, and then all of a sudden not to have that. Because the day the friendship ended, we were on the phone all the time together, and then the next day I woke up and I'm like, well, who do I talk to? What do I do? Sorry, hit the desk. But, who do I talk to? What do I do? Who can I trust now that knows everything about me and I know everything about them? It hurts when you lose that comfort factor in someone, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get that part back. But I do hope one day that I could, possibly get a friendship with that woman back. It's sad to say, but I do wish that I could talk to her again. I could see her again and just sit down and explain myself. She could sit down and we can talk normally about everything. But it is hard when you have that person and then you no longer have them. And a lot of people feel that way. That's why relationships are so difficult to maneuver and to be in, because you invest and develop these feelings for people, and all of a sudden if you don't have them one day, it breaks part of you. It breaks you mentally, emotionally, sometimes physically. It breaks you. It makes you crack under pressure. But the upside of relationships, not to be all depressing or anything, the upside of relationships is that you have that person that no matter how bad your day is, no matter how bad, you're feeling, no matter how bad the situation is, you have them and you can rely on them. And I think that's an amazing thing that we have in people, that we can trust these people, that we have these feelings for these people, and we can rely on these people. Relationships are not always, amazing like you see in movies, or they're not always horrible like you hear about in songs. Relationships are built around two individuals. They're built around, your unique situation. They're unique to just you and your partner. And truly, it's an amazing ride to be on. Some end in heartbreak, but then you learn from that heartbreak and you know what to do with the next relationship. You know what not to do with the next relationship. You know what you want, you know who you are, and you find yourself either in that relationship or after that relationship. You find yourself and you know what you want in your own life, what you want from their life, from what you want with your life with them. Relationships are very unique and very structured around two individuals. And I, as much as I have pain and hurt from my relationship with this woman, I also have a lot to thank her for, because she made me who I am today. She showed me what I do and do not want in a friend and in a relationship. She showed me everything like that, and I have to thank her for that, because without her showing me that and, letting me see what destruction was being done and what good was being done, I don't know where I would be today. I probably would not have the guts to be on this channel making these videos for you guys anymore, because I lost myself for a while, during college. I got very, upset. I isolated myself for a little bit, and then I met this friend group, and I met her, and they opened me back up to who I was before college. They opened me up to, being me again, and being who I am, and being true to myself, and it has allowed me to make these videos for you guys, and allowed me to be a great person for you guys, and so I have to thank her. I don't know if she'll ever see this video. If she does, you know who you are. You know who I'm talking about, so thank you. And I just want everyone to know that if a relationship ends, it ended for a reason. If a relationship starts, it started for a reason. Everything, in my true opinion, happens for a reason. It happens the way it's meant to happen. And if a person is meant to be in your life, they will find their way into your lives. If they leave and come back, it's meant to be. The old saying is true, everything happens for a reason. Everyone comes into your life for a reason. Events, everything. It just all coalesces into one specific time point in your life. And my grandmother always says life is a journey, not a race. I know I've said that before in these videos, but it's true, because everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is unique to them, and I think it's amazing that we have that in our lives, and we can look at that and think, I was here, but I made it here, and we can appreciate our lives more. And that's all I really want. So, relationships are never easy. I've said it a million times in this video alone, but, I hope I can help you guys. I hope this video helps a little bit if you're feeling down about a relationship, or you're wondering what to do in a relationship. If any of this helps, I'm always here to talk. You guys know that. I love you guys. I will be back later this week with another video or two, hopefully. But thank you guys for listening. I love you all. I'm always here for you. And like I always say, live life on a positive note. Bye, guys.